Okay.
If you'll go ahead and get started, I'll jump in a second.
Okay.
But go ahead and get started.
All right.
Okay.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is John Marling, president of Pulse Research, and I first of all want to thank you for the opportunity to be on your team. And for those of you who were there back in September, my gosh, it seems like forever ago when we initially kicked off the Boone program, I want to thank you. But for those who have recently joined Boone, today's a good opportunity, to ask me any questions you might have about the program. And what I'd like to start out this afternoon, as you can see on my screen, we have, as of this afternoon, implemented a new enhancement to your Pulse program. And that's specifically the ability to be able to create an email or a phone call conversation to break through. And even with, how should we say, the most challenging non-advertiser, make them want to get together and meet with you. So your new homepage is designed to help you very quickly do two things: identify prospects, and as I just mentioned, get appointments. And rest assured that all the other features in Pulse that you've used in the past, from the teaser, the flyer, the one page, the call planner, the reporting, accounts, etc., it's all still there. And I will give you a quick review of those features. But let me start out with, and we're quite excited at Pulse to share this with you, the ability to create a engagement that will break through and help you get the appointment. So quite simply, when you're thinking about getting appointments, either you have a business in mind or you want to find some prospects. So one of two things: either you can type in a specific name of a business here, or you can put in a category like hardware store, and get that local business list. And one of the things we recently addressed for you was being able to default to your own local zip code on the business search. So now when you do a business search, you can set it up so only businesses within your local area will display, okay? So now let's take a look at the other part. So if you don't have a particular business in mind by name, so let's find some hot prospects. So we'll click here on best leads. These are the business categories most sold since the pandemic. And there's some really good opportunities here, because this is based upon the actual results of over 6,000 ad reps, just like you guys around the country, what they have most sold since March, when this darn pandemic started. So let me show you how you can very, very quickly create a phone call conversation or an email to break through and get that appointment. So let's click here on furniture stores, number 10 most sold since the pandemic, the furniture store category. So we click on find. Up will come the map of your local area. And once again, you can change the zip code, the default, so that when you log in, it'll display to your local zip code. And so now let's find some prospects here, okay? And just kind of as a refresher for those who are recent with Pulse, one of the things I would suggest is you add businesses to your call plan or create a call list. So as you're seeing here, I've got some furniture stores and I'm adding them to my call list. Simple as that, okay? But now let's do this. Let's set up let's set up a phone call with Babak Home Furniture. So I'm going to click here on connect, or I could click on the map, by the way. Either way, when you click on connect, we've changed now from a product-centric process to what do you want? How can we help you? So you're no longer going to see the teaser, the flyer, or the one page here, because we got a lot of feedback from folks like you who said, help us get the appointment. Help us with the words to say. Help us with a phone call to get the appointment. And so right here at your fingertips, what do you want to do? I want to make a phone call and get the appointment with Babak furniture. Okay, so we click on phone call. And now up will come for you, literally in seconds, like you just saw, words to say. And these are the suggested talking points. Use your own words. But we have found in testing that these talking points are phenomenally effective at getting the attention of the business. Okay, so let me just do a little role play here. And by the way, really handy, you've got the name of the business right here and the phone call to call. Okay, so I'm going to be calling Baddock Home Furniture here. Hi, this is John Marling. And by the way, we can change this, so it'll be from, your paper. I was an ad rep once, so I'm going to use my own paper where I was. Hi, this is John Marling from the Valley Times. To help local businesses like yours during these uncertain times, we participated in a unique shopping survey. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, we asked the questions you would ask, Mr. Baddock. Do you plan to shop at a furniture store in the next 90 days? Yeah, I'd ask that. But we also asked, sir, what are your specific shopping, purchasing plans for your household over the next 90 days? I've got some good news. We found out that there are over 1,100 local households who plan to shop at a furniture store in the next 90 days. Oh my gosh, he says, because that gets their attention. They don't know the opportunity. So you're sharing with them an insight, a crystal ball, if you will. In addition, as I mentioned a moment ago, we asked other questions relating, to their purchasing needs for their home. We've got over 450 local households who in the next 90 days plan to buy bedroom furniture. Over 1,400 local households who plan to buy home decor or decorating for their home. We also asked about mattresses. We also asked about living room furniture, etc. Mr. Baddock, would you like to see the complete results of your furniture store survey? And by the way, I've got some ideas and suggestions to help you get a larger share of the over 11,000 households who plan to shop at a furniture store in the next 90 days. What time works for you, sir, Mr. Baddock? Oh, great. 3 o'clock on Friday works just great. See you then. And I'll bring the additional information. So let me pause here. This script, if you will, these talking points are designed to break through, to provide you with the bullet points of what the business wants, what's in it for them, what's their benefit. I'll tell you what doesn't work today, and that is talking about your product, making a sales call, if you will, because they don't want to be sold today. They want solutions. They want ideas on where they can get more business because of the uncertainty from this pandemic. So let me pause here. This is a brand new program. It's live right now when you log in. I'd appreciate any questions, feedback on the phone call script to break through and get an appointment. What do you guys think? Hello?
We're all on mute. We're all on mute. That works out great.
Okay, you guys can unmute your mic. Is that Tom who spoke or Mark who spoke?
That was Tom.
Okay, so you like it, Tom?
I'm getting used to it. Yes, it's a great tool.
Okay, getting used to it, becoming more comfortable with the numbers.
Well, with the numbers and also with the mechanics of getting from point A to point B. But that's just normal for me. I'll get it.
Okay, very good. Well, we're here to help. And by the way, the Pulse training program, which many of you done, walks you through each of the steps of the sales process along with the Pulse features. So thank you, Tom. Anybody else?
I thought it sounded good, and so did Heather and Matt.
Yeah, we liked it a lot. Yeah.
Perfect. And
Thank you.
once again, this is designed to be talking points. Be comfortable, as Tom just said. But what's important here is this is the information the business appreciates and wants. And let me also say, nobody else has this. You're the only ones who has this information. And just put yourself in Baddock, Home Furniture's shoes, or envision yourself owning a furniture store in your local area. Isn't this the type of information that would grab your attention, get your interest? Absolutely. Okay, so now watch this. I just click off on the X and you've got your flyer. So when Mr. Badcock said, yeah, let's get together, now you can just print the flyer here and take it out on your appointment, because this is the information that Mr. Baddock wants. Living room furniture, recliner chair, dining room, etc. And kind of as a refresher, you've got the ability to click on the editing pen, and it brings up all the audiences, under Mark B's team. And you just can click or change, or you can click here on custom audience and put in your own. Maybe it's a special section, or it's a special, distribution product that you've got. Okay, just put it in. And then the other thing is you can click on the editing pen, and you can go right into the shopping information and add. So let's say you're there in person, with Mr. Badcock, or you're doing a Zoom presentation like this. And the guy says, well, what else do you have? Well, we asked about children's furniture. Great, I'd like to see the opportunity for children's furniture. How about mattresses, sir? Oh, definitely. So click on foam mattresses, inner spring mattresses, lattice mattresses. You get the idea. Queen size beds. This is all their information. Rugs, probably want to know about rugs, right? And then you can go update. And look at that, you created for them. And by the way, it also updates the email, but you click off, and now we've updated the products and services to take out and share with Mr. Baddock on our appointment. So if you have any questions, just shout them out, okay? Otherwise, I'm just gonna continue on the tour here. Okay, are we good? Okay, so let's go back to the home page. And this time, let's create an email. We haven't been able to get through and get that appointment on the phone. So let's go for an email. And this time, let's use the Pulse Most Sold prospecting tool. So we click on, and up will come a list, in this case, of over 500 business categories. And just as a refresher, for some of you who might be new, you can click on category here, and it'll organize the over 500 business categories by apparel. Look at all the apparel related businesses. Arts and entertainment, automotive, beauty and spa, child, community, okay? Education's big now, family, farm, financial, you get the idea. Literally every single business category you can think of. Health and medical, by the way. Many of the Boone papers are doing very well in the health and medical category. And so just scrolling through here, it's kind of overwhelming, isn't it? But no problem, you can do a search. Just type right up here, insurance, for instance, and up come the insurance business categories. It's simple and as fast as that. So let's go back and do the default, which is sold ring. Let's find the low-hanging, fruit, so to speak. In this case, let's click on number 5, most sold, and that's auto repair shop. So you click on find, up comes a map again. In this case, let's click on the map. This is my sales story. I click on the map. And so instead of having teaser, flyer, one page, product centric, now it has, how can we help you? What do you want to do? Okay, I want to do an email. I want to get an appointment. Okay, so you click on email and look at that. As fast as that, it creates an email for you with the same benefit statements. These uncertain times, we participated in a unique shopping survey. We asked the questions you would ask. You plan to use an auto repair shop next 90 days. Nobody else has this, right? We ask specific needs that your household has relating to auto. We've got almost 3,000 local households. That's local. That's of your audience who plan to use an auto repair shop in the next 90 days. That's huge. Just think of yourself as an auto repair shop. My gosh, that grabs your attention. We found out for you. We've got almost 800 households right now needing auto repair. Over 1,000 need a tune-up. Would you like to see more results from the auto purchasing survey. Happy to share it with you. I've also got some marketing ideas. Gives you an opportunity to share your different programs, packages, campaigns, how to reach them, what time works for you. And so quite simply, all you have to do is just type in the email of the business here and email it. Or if you want to do it from your email so you can see if they've opened it, etc., you just cut and paste like this and put it in your own email. And yes, you can absolutely personalize the words. And so that's an overview of our new, you're one of the first ones to see it, email enhancement, to give you the opportunity to instantly create an email that, once again, focuses on what breaks through and gets the business's attention. Opportunity, opportunity for them. So let me pause again. Questions, feedback on the email appointment feature.
John, I have a question.
Yes, who's speaking, please?
I'm Susan.
Okay, Susan, yes.
in Albemarle. I'm fairly new. I haven't gone all the way through the training yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious, down there where it says I would be happy to share the full results of the auto repair shop survey.
Mm-hmm.
What other information, or where do you find that additional information to share?
Well, good question. So watch, you can see on my screen, I click off on the email, just like I clicked off on the phone. And then up comes all of the information.
So that's it. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Very
So
good.
now person says, they email you back, yeah, let's get together. I want to see what else you have. Now you just print, okay? We just click here on print and we print the flyer, okay? Like you see here, and now you can take it out with you. Okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, you're welcome. And by the way, once again, you can add more products and services just by clicking on the editing pen, scrolling down. Maybe they've got a car wash there, okay? You can personalize this, okay? You know, maybe you heard them talking about shocks. Maybe they do tire mounting, okay? So you can, once again, click on some other items and click on update. It's gonna bring up the email again. Let's turn it off here. And now you've got an updated flyer that you can print and take out with you. Simple and as fast as that.
John, I got a question on this flyer that we got here.
Yes, Tom.
The larger number says 2,894 said yes.
Mm-hmm.
Down in the individual things, we've got car wash 4,995. I've been asked, how come those don't match?
Oh, good question. Thank you for pointing that out. And you've also got almost 5,800 who need an oil change.
Correct.
Okay. Well, the reason is that a person who needs an oil change, yes, they can go to an auto repair shop, but they could also go to a repair shop at a new car dealership, right?
Or a Jiffy Lube.
Or Jiffy Lube, absolutely. And
Okay.
so what they're saying here is there's 5,800 opportunities for oil change. There's almost 5,000 opportunities for car wash, but you're not getting all of it because there's only 2,900 who said yes, they're going to go to an auto repair shop. So yes, you can get more oil changes, you can get more car washes. Okay.
Great. That helps.
Okay, perfect. And let me put it a little different spin on it. A lot of times, and let's say we're doing a presentation here for a used car dealership, Tom. And so it might say 2,894 are going to shop at a used car dealership next 3 months. But down here, it might say buy a used car, and there's 4,000. Well, same reason. They can buy a used car not only at a used car dealership, but they can buy a used car at a new car dealership, right?
Correct.
They can buy a used car from a private party. So the research is of the whole audience and what they're going to do, not just of those who said, in this case, they plan to go to an auto repair shop. Okay?
Thanks. That's a great explanation.
I thank you so much for asking, Tom. Okay, any other questions? Tom's question was great. I love getting together so we can, chat about things that, it gives us a good opportunity, to address some things that will help you. Okay, and let's say you want to go out with a flyer, okay? You're going to do a drop-in call, and you printed your flyer here. Now, what do you want to say to break the ice to start the conversation? Click on drop-in here, okay? Drop-in, or you could have clicked on drop-in at the map. It gives you some very simple first words to say. And I've done over 2,000 four-legged sales calls, most of them cold calls. And this is what I've learned to say. Okay, hi, I'm John Marling, Bellytown. I got some good news. We participated in an auto repair shop survey. What do you mean by that? They say. Well, we asked the same questions you would ask. Would you ask, you plan to use an auto repair shop in the next 90 days? Yeah, I'd ask that. What else would you ask? Oh, you'd ask about, alignment, shocks, tires. Yeah, we asked that for you. How would you like to see the results? In over 2,000 times when I've started the conversation with what's in it for them, only once out of 2,000 have the person said, no, I don't want to see it. Okay. And by the way, this is huge at overcoming print is dead. Print is dead. Huge at overcoming. Because how can you say print is dead when you've got over 2,900 households, who plan to shop, in this case, an auto repair shop? And admittedly, this one is print and digital, but let me go here and go to here, and we'll go to Albert Lee only. Okay, this is the print only update. Okay, and let me click off. So we got, there's 700 households, 700 who are print only, who will use an auto repair shop in the next 90 days. If they're not advertising, they ain't gonna get it, okay? It's a very compelling breakthrough, okay? And by the way, you can do a spec ad, with your Metro Ad Wizard, okay? And so those are the new appointment features. And how do you access? You'd either type in the name here of a business, and let me just type in Starbucks. Okay, so we got Starbucks, and once again, you can just click on, I want to do a drop-in words, I want the phone call words, or create an email by just typing in the name. And see here where you can change the zip code from the current zip code in my login, 28144, you can change this to Albert Lee. So when you do a business search, it will default and show you businesses in your zip code, okay? Okay, so let me just kind of give a tour, a little refresher, if I might, on some of the other features. The call planner. We get a lot of positive feedback on the call planner. So as you noted a few minutes ago, when that list came up, I added some businesses to my call plan, to my call list, okay? And so when you click on Call Planner here at the top, up come the list of businesses that you put into your call plan or call list. And this is pretty cool because you can put together a list of dentists and kind of get in a groove on calling them. So you got a list of dentists, you click on phone call, and it automatically will generate for you your phone call words. So right there at your fingertips from your call plan, you've got the ability to just boom, 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 create, get the presentation, print the flyer, etc. You can also, by the way, and let me go back here, you can do the words to say for drop-in, the phone call words, or you can create an email right from your call list. The other thing you can do is you can record your activity, kind of keep you organized. So what did you do? I did a phone call. What was the purpose of that call? The purpose of that call was, let's say, discovery, okay? You can also, as you're progressing through the sales process here, the other steps. What did you present? What's your next action? You can set up a reminder in your calendar, and then you just log the activity. And so it's as simple as that. So you're constantly keeping up with, where you are on your sales process. By the way, from your call planner, you can also create a teaser or a flyer, just like you always were able to do. But speaking of that, since the teaser flyer one page are no longer on your home page, where'd they go? They're right here under create. So back to the dashboard, front page. No longer does it have create a flyer, et cetera, right here. You just click on create, and up comes teaser, flyer, one page, just like it's always there for you. Okay? And then, of course, the reporting is the same as it's always been. You can go to accounts. You've got all of your prospecting links right here. Sales territory, hot prospects, those are the most sold, 500. Audience buying power, that's a pretty good one. Let me show you that. So you click on audience buying power, and what this does, and it's really quite compelling, is it projects out, in this case for the Salisbury Post, print and web, the total spending of your audience. Okay, so look at this. Total spending for let me go down to one here, a home builder, $10 million. Okay, for a animal feed store, $7.5 million. How did we get that? We just took the percentage who said yes in the survey that they will shop at an animal feed store, times the distribution, gives us the number of households who said yes, times the average estimated annual spend, in this case at an animal feed store, 7.5 million. That's a real attention grabber. Okay, so that's a tool that we have for you that you might not know was there. And then the special section, and then the COVID, attachment. Where did the training go? Well, training's right up here. You click on training. It's right up there, link from the top now. And I haven't done the training, so it's asking me, as a new rep here, to start the training. But it's right there, up at the top. And you just go through with each of the steps, little video and training assignments for each one of the steps. Okay? So let me pause. One of the reasons to get together was to answer your questions today. Along with, obviously, I was excited to share with you the new appointment enhancements in your Pulse program. So how can I help you? What questions do you have? And by the way, if you're bashful, send me an email, Marling, M-A-R-L-I-N-G, @paper.net. Marling@paper.net. I'm happy to answer any questions.
John, I had to step away, but the one part of the, like I said, we're seeing a lot of teasers and so forth, but one part of the process, you may have already gone over this because I had to step away for a few minutes, but is how to kind of log the presentation when you make a presentation and that type of thing.
Okay, no problem. Happy to do that. And by the way, you'd asked me before about closing. And since we're on the home page, Mark,
yes,
if you haven't used, and I was an ad rep once, if you haven't used this closing break-even tool, oh my gosh, use it. Because it is phenomenally helpful at getting the business to realize, yes, they can. So let me click on that, on the closing tool. And all you have to do, you do this on your phone. Let's say you've got a campaign, 12,000, and don't waste your time or theirs selling one ad at a time. Okay, how to make money and ongoing commissions to sell a 52-week campaign, and you can. So let's pretend we're at that Ballock's Furniture store again, okay? And we're proposing a $12,000 campaign to Mr. Badcock, okay? And we asked Mr. Badcock, what's the value? What would a new customer household spend at your furniture store over the next 12 months? It's about $4,500, okay? Now, obviously, and let's work together here, sir. Let's figure out together what's comfortable for you. Let's take away the risk. I know it's tough out there, and you're resistive to, and it's kind of scary signing a contract because there's so much financial uncertainty today with this pandemic. Let's figure out what's comfortable for you. Well, what do you mean by that? Based upon how many customers you need to pay for the campaign. So for instance, if you need 1,000 more furniture customers to pay for the campaign, probably pretty challenging, right? Pretty risky. Yeah. But what if you only needed 4? What if you only needed 5? Probably a pretty good deal, right? So let's figure out together with your information, your customer value, your cost of goods. Now they're figuring out your net customer value. And don't worry about these numbers. They know what their numbers are. So I first asked them, what is your customer value? What would they spend over a year? Okay, $4,500. What's your cost of goods, Mr. Baddock? Oh, around 67%. Okay, so you have a net customer value after cost of goods, taking out the furniture, et cetera, of $1,485. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, look at that, sir. You only need, over the next 52 weeks, just 9 customers. Just 9 customers. And that's 9 out of the 1,100 we reach. Remember from the flyer, the big number? The 1,100 we reach, we're going to shop at a furniture store. Do you think with a 3x10 each week, 25,000 impressions on the website each week, and print and deliver once a month, you're going to get at least 9? And then pause. So many times they'll say, well, that's a no-brainer. Of course I will. You just made a sale. Because now they're comfortable. You've taken away the cost, the $12,000. Heck, you go into a business, you want to spend $12,000, you want to sign a contract for $12,000? Oh, heck no. But you want to get a larger share of the 1,100 households we reach, you're going to get a new will or trust, and all you need to get is 4 of those, or in this furniture store example, you only need to get 5. Now it becomes realistic and doable. You might ask, well, what's this down pen here? That's for the ornery advertiser. That's for the business who said, I don't think I'll get 9. Okay, what do you think you'll get? Give me your worst case scenario. With this level of repetition over the next 52 weeks out of 1,100, we're going to shop at a furniture store. What's your worst case? And for whatever reason, they always cut it in half. What is that? Well, I think I'll get 4. 4. What did that person just do? They just agreed to a $5,900 campaign. 4 customers, that's their number, times $1,485, that's their number again, a net customer value. That's a $5,900 campaign. I don't know about you, but as an ex-ad rep, I could certainly find a package for $5,900, right? And so please use this tool. It is phenomenally useful. You can access it right on your home, right on your smartphone. And by the way, since I'm talking about that, go to Help, go to FAQ, and right at the top, how do I add polls to my mobile device on your smartphone or a tablet? Right here. That way, when you log in, okay, it puts a big P on your phone, big P, red circle P. Then you just come in here on your phone with the customer, you click on that, and look at that, you got it right there. Handy dandy for you. You just, with the advertiser, get their information, close the sale. It's phenomenally effective. But now, Mark, to your question on reporting. Couple ways to report. Number 1 is on your home screen. Every business that you've created a presentation for is listed right here. Over on these dots, you click on the dot, and then you can mark it as engaged. I engage with this business with a teaser, a flyer, an email, okay? So you mark it as engaged. When did you do it? Today, the 27th. Click Get Set. That records it for you and gives you pulse points. Then you can come back in and mark it as sold or mark it as passed. They said no. So you mark it as sold, and you sold it today also. You mark set. Oops. Got to put in the type of sale. It's a new sale, 12,000. Okay, and we mark it as set. Okay, simple as that. Or you could have put in, they said no. Okay, or you can edit it, or you can delete the presentation, or you can create a spec ad. So right at your fingertips. So that's way number 1 to do your recording right on your homepage. Or the other way is you come up to the top and click on reporting. And every presentation that you've created is right there for you, okay? And you give the ability to search because you've probably done a lot of them. And then once again, like I showed you a moment ago, you click on the editing pen, you mark it as engaged, mark it as sold, mark it as passed. Okay? So anybody have any questions on reporting?
Yes, I have one, John.
Yes, please.
This is Dennis.
Yes,
Sometimes the points seem to be different. I mean, like Mark is engaged, you know, you see the red thing go across the screen and it's
Yeah.
usually 5 points, but then you do 3 of them and instead of having 15, you have 17. So I don't, what's the point system breakdown?
Okay, good questions. Let me go back up here if I might. They should all be the same. They should be, you know, each one should be the same. So let's go up to help. Let's go to FAQ. And here, how are pulse points calculated? Okay, 1 for creating. So you obviously got a point for creating one of them. So if you said you had 2 extra points,
Yes.
probably for creating.
Okay.
So you get, just since we're here, you get a point for creating, 5 points for presenting. You even get a point for getting a no. Why? Because we want a yes or a no. Okay. There's too many presentations out there in La La Land where you don't have yes or no yet. And then of course you get 10 points for recording the sale.
So the sale is always 10, no matter if it's $100 or 10,000.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks. Sir. Another good question. And by the way, the help FAQ is very useful. As you can see, it's got many of the most frequently asked questions, you know, of Pulse clients. Any other questions this afternoon?
Anything else? This is the expert, so if you have questions, this is who we want to ask. So, but John, if there's no other questions, we really appreciate your time. I think everybody knows or has your email address. So if we have questions, we can certainly email those to you, can't we?
You sure can. Marlene@paper.net
Right.
or support, SUPPORT, at pulseresearch.com.
And that's probably the best one to use for questions, is it not, the support?
Yeah, you get faster turnaround, you know, by doing support, because the Pulse team can be a little speedier than I am. I get buried with a lot of emails, unfortunately. So yeah, but I love to hear from you. I love to find out what your questions are and suggestions. Send me suggestions, ideas to make Pulse more usable, effective for you.
Well, great. We sure appreciate the time. Again, this is a really important tool that everybody needs to be engaging and using. It'll help us make sales. So it's great information for our customers. And again, we really need to embrace it and use it. You know, we've had a lot of training, and John's been gracious to step on today and answer any questions and go over the new appointment tool. And so anyway, we really appreciate the time. And just to let the group know, I'll be sending an update on revenue tomorrow and where we are. So I'll get that out in the morning, since we didn't have our regular meeting today. And if there's no other questions, I'll see everybody next week, and email me if you need anything. So
John, this is a very good tool. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Mark, and thank you, everybody. And I will email you, Mark, the recording of today's get together.
That'll be awesome. So, okay.
Thanks, everybody, and good selling.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks.